Oh, sorry, it said it wasn't hooked up. Hi. Hello, everybody. This is kind of a different post than my slog walking, nature sharing posts. I shared something in my group I'm involved in, Wellness Evolution. I shared a little story yesterday, and I got a lot of comments and a lot of just ahas from it. So I just thought I'd share here. My 9-year-old son, I'm trying to get through this without getting totally emotional because it's really hard and then I can't talk and be understood. So my 9-year-old son, Griffin, is a very energized kid. I'm going to be fine. I'll get through this. He's a very energized kid. I relate a lot to his behaviors from when I was younger. Good grief, Heather, get a grip. So we've just recently gotten him activated in the last 8 weeks, and about 6 weeks is when we just started to really notice like the real Griffin coming out. The kid that we always knew was inside. The things that I need to get a grip. The things that we would struggle with were, it's crazy because I didn't realize how much of an impact it's had. So, gosh, it would be a lot to ask him to do the simplest tasks, like put on his shoes or change his clothes or take a bath or take a shower. He's 9, he should be able to do those things without a big ask. So an example would be a year ago. My husband was taking Griffin and his buddy to this outdoor event, and the weather was predicted to be really, really cold. So they were going to sit on bleachers. It wasn't football. It was some outdoor car thing. And they were going to be sitting on bleachers, and Griffin was just like refusing to put on pants. He was 8 years old. It sounds totally insane talking about it like this, but he was just pitching a fit, crying, screaming, like wouldn't put pants on, like having a 2-year-old tantrum meltdown. And it's like embarrassing to share this, but I'm sharing it because there's the other side. There's hope. There's something I didn't know that I would see, honestly. He would get what we would call looping. Oh no, here he goes. Now he's looping. And looping looked like just, he couldn't get past whatever it was we asked. So it was like, in that situation, it was putting on pants and a warm sweatshirt and maybe gloves. It was like a change of season. It was a change of just any change, So I've raised my second child. My first is 19 years old. Same marriage, same DNA parenting, So he had his own challenges and struggles, but it was a different time, and we didn't know about activation, and he had some food sensitivities that before that was popular. But he's 10 years older, so he's seen the struggles, the frustration that we've dealt with Griffin. It just breaks my heart because we would ask Griffin, like, what what would you like in your life? And he's like, to not be screamed at, and he would say, don't scream at me or something. And I'm like, we're not just starting off our day. It's like, it was not that long ago. Like I would say, I'm not just starting off my day just screaming at you. I wake up, good morning, how are you? I love you. It's great to see you. It was just frustration beyond. I can't even explain it unless you're a parent of a child going through it. You don't understand. I would think and it's hard to say it, but I would think geez, I wish he was just a little bit easier. I could take him places kind of thing. And I feel like I'm painting a horrible picture because he's a really good kid. And I knew he was this even amazing human being inside. But this whole the looping and the frustration and the screaming, we were just at wit's end, but not even like actively seeking anything out. Didn't feel like we would need to go to like, you know, a physician and get a prescription of anything, you know, just like, no, it's just Griffin, you know, we learned how to adapt around his behaviors, so to speak, which is so crazy to think, because whatever. He would get inside out, like just where he just could not get himself controlled. Last week, so this is where the big ahas were. Like, Bruce and I are around him all the time. We could see that there are some major changes happening for the better. And I think my mom even said, I was telling her about it, and she's like, well, you know, he's maturing. And I'm like, not at this pace. Like, this is impressive. And both Bruce, my husband, and I are like, this is incredible. So we go to visit our oldest son out in Colorado last week. We stay with our friends who we've stayed with before many times. They've seen the dark side of Griffin. And Duncan said, our 19-year-old said, I don't know what's different about Griffin, but he's like a whole new kid. He's compliant. He's happy. He's joy-filled. And I was like, you're right. Like, look, Bruce and I were like, yeah, isn't it amazing? Like, it's so fun. He's such a joy. We can ask him to do something and he does it. It's like such a gift. Duncan even said when he was saying his goodbyes to his brother, he's like, I'm really enjoying watching the young man you're becoming. And it's like, it's just so cool. And I'm just so grateful that we have this thing that we can do to help him. You know, if anybody else is struggling with anything like this with their kids, there's hope and there's help. And I'm certainly happy to, you know, to connect with you. So send me a message, and I would love to you know, private message me, and I'd love to help you out, and guide you and share more, offline. So it was a big thing to come on here and share this. Like, I had my own struggles, you know, a kid in the 70s, my own desk in the back of the fourth grade classroom. I was like chatty patty and stuff. I talked about it yesterday a little bit. And, you know, I just learned to deal with it. I took prescription medication for it for years. I no longer take it. It's like, I feel like a whole new person. I feel like I'm still an energized person, but I just feel like calm. I'm able to finish tasks, you know. It's remarkable. I'm just very grateful. So, yeah, I think I touched on all the things I wanted to touch on. Oh, real quick. This is the one thing. Last night, we asked Griffin to go take a shower. So this was like, you know, it's like a test almost every day. Like, you almost kind of like bite your tongue when you ask him to do something because it's still so new, right? Griffin, it's time to go take a shower. It's like 7:30 at night. I don't want to take a shower. No, Griff, we talked about it. You need to take a shower. So he turns, walks down the hall, up the stairs. Bruce and I look at each other like, you know, across the room, and turns on the water, takes a shower, gets himself dressed, and comes back downstairs. You guys have no idea unless you're in this. This is huge, huge. What used to happen was he didn't want to take a shower. He would resist. We would fight back. Our voices would go up. It became a screaming battle. And then we would eventually just say, whatever, you know, like, oh, well, I guess you're going to be stinky, the stinky kid, you know, like, or whatever. It's just, so Bruce and I even talked about it this morning. I'm like, remember, like last night, that was pretty magical. Like, we're still kind of pinching ourselves, and, you know, because it's just been a lot of challenge. So anyway, there's hope. I hope that's helpful for many of you. And I'll be back on in the Slogville here in a couple days, I think. Been back at work doing the scissor thing and helping others with their health on the side. So anyway, I hope you all have a great evening, a fantastic weekend. I love you, and reach out, please. I'm here to help. And I have no idea what I look like without my glasses on because I can't see, but I was crying. Love you. Bye.